Welcome to the ultimate guide on background checks, where we reveal the truth behind employment verification. Most recruiters won't tell you this. Background checks are often automated, outsourced, and designed to catch only the most obvious lies. Today, we'll explore how ghost companies operate, what employers actually verify, and the exact methods candidates use to manipulate the system. Whether you're an employer, recruiter, or candidate, understanding these processes is crucial for protecting your interests and making informed decisions. Let's dive into the infrastructure and defense strategies that shape the world of employment verification. Background checks aren't one size fits all. There are three main levels. Level 1 is low risk and rarely verifies employment, focusing on automated SSN traces and sex offender registries. Level 2 is medium risk, typically for office jobs and mid-level positions, where verifiers call the number you provide and confirm basic details. Level 3 is high risk, reserved for executives and sensitive roles, digging deep by pulling tax transcripts, verifying physical addresses, and calling multiple sources. Understanding these levels helps employers tailor their verification process and helps candidates anticipate what will be checked. The higher the risk, the more thorough the investigation. It's important to note that misrepresenting employment history is not just unethical, it's illegal. Fraudulent claims can result in criminal charges, fines, and permanent ineligibility for future employment. This guide is strictly for educational and employer defense purposes. Employers must be vigilant, and candidates should understand the risks involved in manipulating their records. The consequences of getting caught are severe, and the system is designed to escalate checks when red flags appear. Always approach employment verification with honesty and integrity. Those companies are legally registered business entities that exist only on paper. They have no real operations, clients, or employees, and their sole purpose is to provide false employment verification for individuals willing to pay. Privacy is a key factor, with states like Wyoming, Delaware, and New Mexico offering high levels of anonymity. These companies maintain aged domains, minimal websites, live phone lines, and even file real payroll taxes to generate W-2s. The infrastructure is designed to pass multiple layers of verification scrutiny, making it difficult for basic checks to detect fraud. Choosing the right state for LLC registration is crucial for ghost companies. Wyoming, Delaware, and New Mexico are popular due to their privacy-friendly regulations. For example, Wyoming does not require public listing of members or managers, making it nearly impossible for background check companies to identify the real owners. Costs and annual fees vary, but privacy remains the top priority. Employers should be aware of these tactics, as they are often used to shield fraudulent activities from scrutiny. Each domains are a critical component of ghost company infrastructure. The domain must be at least 3 years old, ideally 5, with a clean history and regular snapshots. Backlink profiles should be free of spam, gambling, or questionable sites. The domain must not be blacklisted, should be indexed by Google, and have a clean email reputation. Previous ownership is also checked to ensure no bad actors are associated. This rigorous vetting process helps ghost companies appear legitimate during verification. Technical build process for a ghost company involves several steps: registering an LLC in a privacy-friendly state, acquiring an aged domain, building a minimal website, setting up a live phone line, and installing verification scripts. Each step is designed to pass specific layers of verification scrutiny, from LLC legitimacy checks to live phone answering. Employers must understand this process to effectively defend against fraudulent employment claims. Live is a US-based live virtual receptionist service that answers calls using your company name. With an average 8-second pickup time and 24/7 coverage, helps ghost companies pass Level 1 and Level 2 checks by providing real human interaction. However, it cannot produce W-2s, tax transcripts, or client references, which are required for Level 3 checks. Employers should be aware of PAT Live's limitations and recognize when deeper verification is necessary. Live uses custom verification scripts to answer employment verification calls. For Level 1 checks, a live answer with correct data passes instantly. For Level 2, the script confirms employment dates and titles, marking the candidate as verified. Level 3 checks, however, require manager direct lines, multiple callbacks, or letterhead verification, areas where Pat Live cannot deliver. Understanding these scripts helps employers spot potential fraud and candidates prepare for verification. Pricing ranges from $205 to $235 per month, offering full verification handling with custom scripts. Alternatives like Ruby, Answer Connect, and DaVinci provide similar services but vary in coverage and cost. AI-based services like Nextiva are cheaper but easily detectable as non-human. The critical limitation remains: none of these services can provide tax transcripts or client references, making them ineffective for Level 3 checks. Employers must weigh cost against verification depth. Staffing agencies actively help candidates fabricate or inflate their experience. They list candidates under inflated titles, issue real 1099s, and confirm employment dates when verifiers call. The agency is a real business, and the dates are technically true, making it hard to catch. Employers must look for red flags, such as only having the agency's main contact number or candidates unable to name clients. Escalating to level 3 checks can expose these fraudulent tactics. Title inflation occurs when a candidate is listed under a higher title than their actual role. For example, a help desk technician may be listed as an IT manager. The agency issues a 1099 showing minimal income, and the candidate's resume reflects the inflated title. When verifiers call, the agency confirms the dates and title, securing placement fees. This tactic is difficult to catch unless employers ask for project details or direct manager references. 1099 consultant trick involves candidates signing up with a shady agency as contractors. The agency does not actually place them anywhere, but issues a 1099 for minimal income. The candidate lists the agency as their employer for a set period, and verifiers confirm the dates. Since the agency is real and the 1099 is filed with the IRS, it's hard to dispute. Employers must request project details and client names to uncover the truth. Employers can catch agency fraud by looking for red flags. If the only contact number is the agency's main line, request a direct manager's cell phone. If candidates cannot name clients, ask for project details or deliverables. Employment dates that exactly match the agency's contract period should be verified independently. Refusal to provide written verification or fake manager references should trigger level 3 checks and technical questions only a real manager would know. The 3-level background check system is designed to escalate based on risk and role. Level 1 is a fast pass for entry-level and hourly workers, checking SSN, sex offender registry, and county criminal records. Level 2 covers office jobs and mid-level management, adding employment, education, federal criminal, and domain checks. Level 3 is a deep dig for executives and sensitive roles, verifying all jobs, tax transcripts, credit, international criminal records, social media, and physical office presence. The approach assumes candidates are lying until proven otherwise. Level 1 checks are quick and basic, typically for entry-level, hourly, retail, and gig economy workers. The process takes 10-15 minutes and includes SSN trace, National Sex Offender Registry, and county criminal checks. Employment, education, professional licenses, credit, and references are not checked at this stage. The system relies on automated processes and accepts 1099s for self-employment. Candidates can easily pass if they avoid obvious lies. Level 2 checks are more thorough, covering office jobs, mid-level management, IT support, teachers, and bank tellers. The process takes 2-5 business days and includes everything from Level 1 plus employment verification, education, all counties from the last 7 years, federal criminal checks, motor vehicle records, and domain WHOIS checks. The system calls the number provided by the candidate, making it possible for ghost companies and agencies to pass if they answer correctly. Level 3 checks are reserved for high-risk roles like C-suite executives, government contractors, finance directors, and security clearance positions. The process can take 7-15 business days or longer and includes all jobs from the past 7-10 years, IRS tax transcripts, credit reports, international criminal checks, social media review, physical office verification, and multiple reference calls. The system assumes candidates are lying and requires proof at every stage. This level is designed to dismantle fraudulent infrastructure. Each check type has a specific timeline. SSN traces and sex offender registry checks are instant, while criminal county checks can take up to 5 days. Employment verification depends on HR response. If ignored, it can take up to 15 days. Education verification varies based on whether it's through a clearinghouse or direct call. Level 3 checks like tax transcripts and international criminal records can take weeks. Candidates can sometimes delay checks by refusing to sign forms or lacking a physical office. Certain red flags trigger escalation to Level 3 checks. These include employment dates off by more than 3 months, unreachable employers after 3 attempts, candidates refusing to provide W-2s, security clearance or FI&I registration requirements, self-employment claims with suspicious domain age, and common names with criminal record matches. Employers must be vigilant and escalate checks when these triggers appear to ensure thorough verification. Work Number is Equifax's employment verification database used by 85% of Fortune 500 companies. Freezing your Work Number report protects your employment data, prevents salary history from being used against you, and blocks unauthorized access. Employers upload payroll data automatically, often without your knowledge. A freeze blocks all access, even with signed authorization, but does not delete your data. Candidates can temporarily lift the freeze for legitimate job applications. There are 3 methods to freeze your Work Number: online, email, and mail. The online method is fastest, taking about 10 minutes and requiring no documentation. Email freeze takes 2 to 5 business days and requires government ID and a completed form. Mail freeze is the slowest but most secure, taking 7 to 14 business days and requiring a notarized ID and freeze request letter. Candidates can manage their freeze through the employee portal, granting access to specific verifiers as needed. Work number contains job titles, start and end dates, salary history, bonuses, commissions, and sometimes reasons for leaving. Employers upload this data automatically, and verifiers can pull your entire employment history in seconds. Freezing your report allows you to control when and how your data is shared, protecting your privacy and preventing unauthorized access. It's a powerful tool for candidates seeking to safeguard their employment records. Freezing your work number blocks all access to your employment file. Even with signed authorization, verifiers receive a frozen message. However, the freeze does not delete your data. It remains in Equifax's systems, simply locked from view. This measure is essential for protecting sensitive information and preventing salary history from being used to offer lower wages. Candidates can lift the freeze temporarily for legitimate job applications and refreeze immediately after. Candidates often try to hide certain details, but not everything can be concealed. Short employment gaps under 3 months, jobs quit after 2 weeks, and companies that went out of business are low risk and usually pass level 1 and 2 checks. Title inflation at real companies and self-employment claims can pass level 2 but fail at level 3. High-risk tactics like claiming jobs that never existed, fake degrees, or using ghost companies without proper W-2s are easily caught and should be avoided. Green light tactics are low risk and can usually be hidden. These include short employment gaps under 3 months, jobs you quit after 2 weeks, and companies that went out of business. Level 1 and 2 checks rarely ask about these details. Working under the table for cash, gaps covered by a ghost company, and marijuana misdemeanors from 6 years ago in legal states are also unlikely to trigger scrutiny. Candidates should focus on honesty, but understand what is typically overlooked. Low-light tactics carry medium risk. Title inflation at real companies may pass if HR only confirms dates, but some verifiers check titles. Self-employment claims are scrutinized for domain age and LLC registration. 1099 consultant gaps work at level 2, but fail at level 3 when asked for client names. Messy job gaps claimed as freelance may be checked for LLC legitimacy. Candidates should proceed with caution and be prepared to provide additional proof if challenged. Red-light tactics are high risk and almost guaranteed to get caught. Claiming jobs that never existed, fake degrees, or using ghost companies without proper W-2s will fail at level 3 checks. Verifiers use WHOAS, Street View, and LLC filings to confirm legitimacy. Degree fraud is caught by registrar calls, and ghost company claims are exposed by tax transcript checks. Candidates should never attempt these tactics, as the consequences include criminal prosecution. One thing candidates should never fake is a professional license or certification. State licensing boards maintain real-time databases, and fraudulent credentials are caught within minutes. Faking a nursing license, CPA credential, or engineering PE stamp leads to criminal prosecution, not just termination. Employers should always verify licenses directly with state boards to ensure authenticity and protect their organization from liability. Ghost Company Playbook involves 8 steps. Register an LLC in a privacy-friendly state, acquire an aged domain, build a minimal website, set up a VoIP phone with auto-attendant, load Pat Live with custom scripts, obtain a virtual mailbox, create a LinkedIn company page with privacy settings, and freeze the work number. Each step is designed to pass basic verification, but fails under deep scrutiny. Employers must understand these tactics to defend against fraud. Most companies are designed to pass level 1 and 2 checks, but fail at level 3. The critical weaknesses include lack of tax transcripts, no physical presence, inability to provide manager direct lines, and absence of client references. IRS Form 4506T reveals every W-2 and 1099 filed under candidates' SSN, exposing ghost companies that never filed payroll. Physical office verification and multiple reference calls further dismantle the fraudulent infrastructure. Check durations vary by level. Level 1 takes 10-15 minutes and costs $15.30. Level 2 takes 2-5 business days and costs $50.150. Level 3 can take 7-15 plus business days and cost $200.500 or more. Employers must balance speed, cost, and thoroughness when choosing the appropriate level for each role. Candidates should be aware of these timelines and prepare accordingly. Employers should upgrade to Level 3 for any role involving money, data, or access. Request IRS Form 4506T consent up front, call back independently, and never rely solely on the number provided by the candidate. Verify domain age on self-employment claims and escalate checks when red flags appear. These strategies help organizations defend against employment verification fraud and protect their interests. Candidates should freeze the work number before applying, cover gaps under 3 months, and avoid faking licenses, degrees, or companies that can be verified quickly. The risk-reward calculation at level 3 is never in your favor. Honesty and preparation are key to passing background checks and securing employment. Understand what can be hidden and what will be caught to make informed decisions. Background check system is imperfect but not blind. Ghost companies, pat live scripts, and title inflation work until deeper checks are triggered. Level 3 is specifically designed to dismantle fraudulent infrastructure. Employers and candidates must understand these limitations and adapt their strategies accordingly. The system evolves as new tactics emerge, making ongoing education essential. Ghost companies often create LinkedIn pages to appear legitimate. Privacy settings are enabled, and posting strategies are carefully planned to avoid scrutiny. The company page is minimal but real-looking, helping candidates pass basic verification checks. Employers should check LinkedIn profiles for inconsistencies and verify company legitimacy through domain and LLC registration. Ghost companies build minimal websites with aged domains to pass verification. The site includes basic information, a live phone line, and verification scripts. Employers should check domain age, website history, and backlink profiles to spot fraudulent companies. Regular snapshots and clean history are essential for appearing legitimate. Live phone line answered by Pat Live or similar services is crucial for ghost companies. The phone is set up with auto-attendant and hold music, making it appear professional. Scripts are loaded to handle verification calls. Employers should call back independently and request manager direct lines to expose fraudulent setups. Ghost companies obtain virtual mailboxes with real street addresses to appear legitimate. This helps pass basic verification checks but fails under physical office verification. Employers should use Google Street View and third-party office visits to confirm whether a business actually operates at its listed address. Ghost companies file real payroll taxes to generate W-2s for candidates. This tactic helps pass level 1 and 2 checks but fails at level 3 when IRS Form 4506T is requested. Employers should always request tax transcripts for high-risk roles to verify employment history and expose fraudulent companies. Ghost companies use LinkedIn privacy settings and strategic posting to avoid scrutiny. The company page is minimal, and posts are carefully crafted to appear legitimate. Employers should review LinkedIn profiles for inconsistencies and verify company details through domain and LLC registration. This helps identify fraudulent companies and protect organizational integrity. Employers should verify domain age and WHOIS history for self-employment claims. Aged domains with clean history are essential for ghost companies to appear legitimate. WHOIS and Wayback Machine checks reveal whether a domain has been used for real business or is parked spam. This step is critical for exposing fraudulent companies and ensuring thorough verification. Bottom line is clear. Level 3 checks are designed to dismantle every layer of fraudulent infrastructure. Employers should upgrade to level 3 for sensitive roles, request IRS consent, and verify independently. Candidates should freeze the work number, cover short gaps, and never fake credentials. The system is imperfect but evolving, and both employers and candidates must stay informed to protect their interests. Summary: background checks are layered and escalate based on risk. Ghost companies, pat live scripts, and agency tricks can pass basic checks but fail under deep scrutiny. Employers must use level 3 checks for sensitive roles, verify independently, and request tax transcripts. Candidates should focus on honesty, freeze the work number, and avoid high-risk tactics. The system is evolving, and ongoing education is essential for staying ahead of fraud.